And now we wait. Level 96 Dragoon, though. Will I get to 100 today? Probably not, but it's not impossible. I'm expecting at least 98. Now then. First things first, as usual, gonna start with the Viper stuff and doing duty roulettes. Let's also head over here. Actually, that's still dog, I can just return. That doesn't cost anything. Viper in the Vidral's shadow. Having conquered his fear of questioning the locals, Kashko is ready to do something else. Good to see you, Aurora. After a lot of asking around, I dug up some new leads on XIV. Xmajin? I know I struggled with that before too. I'm just gonna go with XIV. Or at least I did. Or at least I think I did. Wasn't easy though. At first the only stories of interest were about Gridanian poachers dealing in so-called exotic meats. Juveniles. In other words, too young and too dead to be what we're after. That detour notwithstanding, there were a few other tidbits that might be useful. I got my own thoughts on the matter, but I want to hear yours too. That alright? Much obliged. So I hear an adventurer came across a whole bunch of strikingly beautiful red feathers just outside of town. They ended up giving them to some kids who've been playing with them ever since. More to the point, there was talk of a huge beast with glowing blue eyes flying off towards a place called the Black Shroud. Red feathers, blue eyes, put the two together and it sounds an awful like Ixok. Seems it's had enough of Thanalan and picked the Shroud as its new stamping ground. But what's your take on it all? We'd be fools not to look into it. Ha, I knew you'd agree. After the amount of mystery meat I had to sample just to squeeze information out of those butchers at the market, I'm glad it all paid off. As for our next move, I reckon we ought to take an airship to Gridania. From what I hear, a fellow by the name of Gavin over at the Adder's Nest should be able to tell us more. I'll meet you there. And change outfits. How might I help? I'm after a Tural I'm searching for this dangerous creature that's come over from another continent. Explanation noises. I see. As it happens, I'm aware of a beast that matches the description of this Ixoximachin. Ixmachin? I'm probably never gonna hear anyone actually say it because these quests are, like, never voiced. So I have no idea. Our scouts spoke of its blue eyes and red wings, and of its aggressive nature leading it to attack any who dare approach. So it really is here in the Shroud, and up to no good already. Thankfully, there have been no deaths so far, but it's only a matter of time before a merchant or adventurer becomes the first. I believe Ixoc came here in search of new territory. Thanalan wasn't to its liking, and now it's testing out the Shroud. It would appear so. I'll tell the other adders that you're pursuing the beast and to lend what assistance they can. I assume that's all right with you? Yes, sir, the more the merrier. Slaying the bastard's what matters, and I ain't too proud to accept help when it's offered. So, where was it last seen? In the South Shroud. Once you get there, head for Quarry Mill and look for Lieutenant Goliath. He's leading the search. Or Goliath. I'm gonna go with Goliath. I forgot to deal with my inventory. You must be Keshqua and Aurora. The Adder's Nest sent word to expect you both. I'm Goliath, the officer in charge of this operation. This is Innocent Stork, who has provided us with vital information. A merchant in her employ spotted the beast on the way back from Ul'dah. Innocent Stork is certainly a name. She's also taken the liberty of assembling a team of experts to assist in tracking the target. It's gotta be like a code name or something. At no small expense, I might add. But compared to the losses my business would suffer were the creature allowed to roam free, I deemed it a worthy investment. Yeah, maybe it's not a code name, I don't know. It sounds like a code name. As our goals are aligned, perhaps you wish to join my experts in the field? If so, you'll find them near Roots Lake. I'm sure they'll get along swimmingly. Looks like we're late to the party. Let's go hear what they have to say. Fresh meat for the hunt, eh? Order came down to let you tag along, but don't get underfoot. We're looking for signs of the creature so our naturalist can predict its movements. We'll then lay traps where it's expected to appear. Got themselves a proper plan, don't they? Seeing as they're being so accommodating, may as well join in the search. Oh yeah, I forgot I can fly here. The dung appears to be that of an enormous beast. Judging by its dry appearance and muted odor, it was excreted some time ago. The dung exudes a foul odor. The lingering warmth indicates it was recently deposited. These creatures bear the marks of enormous claws on their hindquarters, suggesting they were struck down as they attempted to flee. I see no marks. Found me a few signs of activity, how about you? Corpses of grazing animals gouged by monstrous claws. Same here. The size and depth of the wounds are consistent with how XIV hunts. And just like back in Tyrol, it's killing not just to eat, but also to mark its territory, to show anyone and everyone who's boss. There you are. Managed to sniff anything out? Yes, sir. Aside from a couple of dunghills, we got some dead wildlife, most likely the work of XIV. I reckon it's close, somewhere north of the swamp. We came to the same conclusion. This predator makes no attempt to cover its tracks. Clearly it survived so long by virtue of its immense proportions and in spite of its diminished intelligence. You got it all wrong. It left those tracks on purpose, to see how we'd react. Are you saying the beast is testing us? That's absurd. The level of foresight and cunning required to even attempt to do so is far beyond these lesser beings. Cutscene interrupted. Oh, Belsar's Wall, okay. Alright, yeah, skip cutscene. I almost forgot that I could skip the cutscene because at first I was thinking this was like some MSQ thing. I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem like Praetorium or Castrum. Plus, I was queued for high-level dungeons, so... oh, just brain fart. Level... okay, level 60 for this dungeon. 2 Vipers. Didn't even notice. That hurt. Mhm. That would be fun up until you reached that gap, and then it would be terrifying. Because that could go very wrong very quickly.
Yeah, I don't remember how that works. I think it has something to do with the way that you face or something, but I'm not sure what. Maybe I'm supposed to face those like shields towards the boss or something? Well, that didn't work.
I forget what that symbol means. The little S symbol. A circle. Synced, maybe?
Yeah, synced. It's right there next to my level here. Okay. Oh, dang it. I need to find the setting to auto-skip cutscenes I've already seen. Oh, here it is. Sloppy! Oh shit. I love that they've made some moves that are changed existing moves. At least in the case of the Dragoon. I think other classes too, probably. Oh, whoops. But I like that they've made moves that are just designated specifically for just gap closing to whatever you're fighting. You don't have to, like, weave them in for extra damage or anything. Like how Dragoon used to have, what was it, high jump? Which was... it was an attack and a gap closer at the same time, but because it was an attack we had to use it to use it just mainly for damage as part of a regular rotation. But then they changed it. So right now it no longer does damage, and you can use it purely for mobility. Oh! 3 commendations, let's go. Were they a pre-made? They must have been a pre-made. Yeah, I like that it's there just for mobility now. It's just more fun that way, I think. But I think the Samurai, their gap closer is still also an attack, but it's not really an attack that they would normally use for optimizing their damage anyways. Because it uses a resource that they would use for other attacks. So it's still mainly there for the mobility, it's just got some damage added on as kind of bonus. But I guess not really bonus, more like compensation because it uses your class resource. Thanks for the lurk, bro, even though you can't hear me. As for the corpses it left behind, those animals must not have been to its taste. I suggest using fresh cuts of prime livestock as bait. The bloodier, the better. Why'd that just make me hungry? Once the creature has been enticed, surrounding and subduing it is but a formality. Hate to break it to you, but Ixoc's way too clever to fall for that. You're gonna need every trick in the book and then some. Rest assured I've considered every eventuality. And even if there was merit to your advice, I will not let it be said that our success was the product of anyone's genius but mine and mine alone. You want to smack him, or should I smack him? I want to smack this dude. What difference does it make who came up with what? A monetary difference. Innocent Stork offers better rewards based on performance. Aye, don't even think about trying to steal our thunder. We're the ones who will bring her Ixoc whatever its name is. Not you. Listen, we're trained to fight large predators like these. If you got any sense, you'll let us take the lead. And put our lives in the hands of complete strangers? I think not. There's no place in our strategy for you, so stand aside and await further instructions. Fine, have it your way. If you're half the hunters you think you are, Ixoc's as good as dead, right? And then there were no survivors. Come on, Aurora, let's leave him to it. Nothing good ever came from working with people you can't trust, even I know that. Then it's decided. You two will wait at the southern end of the lower paths. Be ready to give chase in case the beast escapes us, not that it will. Can I smack him now? I just want to...
Smack the stupid out of them. Or just let them get 8, you know, either way. Awful quiet, don't you think? Screaming. Completely unexpected. You hear that? Nope, I didn't hear anything. That must be one of the hunting party. It came from the north, let's move. Now that you mention it, I think I do hear something. It's the sound of some dumbasses learning a hard-earned lesson. Oh yeah, because I'm higher level, they won't just aggro onto me. I forgot that's the thing. Now what did we learn? Is he breathing? Nope, he did. Oh. Never mind, he is alive. Pain noises. I know it hurts, but please, tell us what happened. It was watching us. That fresh lamb should draw the target out of hiding, though if I lace it with the toxin I brought, success is practically guaranteed. Toxin? We were explicitly told not to kill the beast in case you'd forgotten. Oh? Trying to capture it alive, huh? Of course not, it can be used as a sedative. Highly potent, but only lethal if applied in excess. I'm sure they don't have any nefarious plans for taking it alive. If you lack the stomach for it, I'll do it myself. Naturally, my personal contributions will be detailed in the final report to ensure credit is given where due. The hells are you playing at? If it catches wind, the plan's ruined. Shouldn't we go after them? No, it'll only make things worse. If that bookworm wants to stick his neck out for a few gil more, I say let him. What? No. No! Dying noises. Oh. God have mercy. There it is. Stay calm. Nothing's changed. Except the bait. Now's our chance. It's kinda cool. More dying noises. They were screaming. I ran, but I could still hear. You were right. It knew. It knew. Keshqua, Aurora, by the 12, what happened here? They were stupid. The hunters became the hunted. I shall see that their remains are recovered and the necessary rites performed. Perhaps you'd be so kind as to return to Quarry Mill and share these unfortunate tidings with innocent Stork. What just happened? Just saw someone got kicked out of the novice channel. I'd anticipated casualties, but it was a massacre. Ixoc's grown bolder, therefore it only hunted before it only hunted animals, lone travelers. Prey it knew it could handle with ease. Its past brushes with death taught it to be cautious. That's probably why it fled Chiral in the first place, too. It had just outwitted a group of armed hunters. Instead of running away from trouble, the beast went looking for it. This was sport, a game. It was having fun. And now that it's had a taste, it's only going to want more. My poor judgment invited this tragedy, yes. I must make amends. Please allow me to assist you in pursuing the creature. Even without a team of experts at my disposal, I believe my network of contacts will prove useful in gathering vital information. Keep the freelancers out of it and leave the hunting to us. Understood. I place my faith in your abilities as Vipers. Appreciate it, ma'am. If you turn up any leads, be sure to let us know. I'd best return to the Adder's Nest and deliver my report. It's imperative we inform the populace of the threat posed by Ixoc. Might I ask that you use Quarry Mill as your temporary base of operations? Knowing where to find you will make it easier to coordinate our efforts. Suits me fine. Besides, I got plenty to do here, like learn about this neck of the woods and the critters and whatnot. But while I have you, there's one thing I want to ask. How'd the twin adders get their name? Beg your pardon? What does that have to do with Ixoc? Nothing really, it's just that us Vipers based our fighting arts on snakes, so they're near and dear to our hearts. Might even say we got a reverence for them. Is that so? Suppose we also feel a kinship towards snakes. The name Twin Adders comes from the pair of white snakes on the Gradanian standard, though that imagery predates the city-state's founding. There's more I could tell you, though I fear other matters must take precedence. The history as long as that, we'd be here talking till the Pakas came home. I'd love to hear more about it, but I understand it'll have to wait. I'd best get to learning what I can about Ixoc. Well, I see to that. Maybe you ought to squeeze in some more training? He's saying, do your dailies. Wait, what is that name I just saw? Oh, okay. I thought one of the bots I saw just get banned was named Differential Strap-On. I was like, okay. That's certainly a name. See, I know there's a merchant around here somewhere I can vendor my stuff to. Isn't there? Yeah. Shop right over here. Sell that, and that. Whoops. I'll organize this all again someday. Maybe. That or I'll just keep saying I'm gonna organize this someday and then never actually do it. Damn it. Okay. Made a little more space there. Keshqua has grave tidings to share. I had a bad feeling when I woke up this morning, and sure enough, Ixoc has struck again. Goliath and Innocent Stork are trying to narrow down where it'll appear next based on the reports, but so far they've come up empty. I hear Goliath is over at Falgord Float, talking to witnesses. Let's go see what he's learned. Drama going on in novice chat. Thank you for coming. I expect Keshqua has shared some of the details, but it's even worse than we thought. Ixok grows increasingly bold with deadly consequences. For a blessing, the people here remain calm, though we must act quickly to avoid widespread panic. The adders have called upon anyone with information to share and asked that they gather here. As we requested that any detail be reported no matter how small, we find ourselves somewhat inundated. I'm certain, however, that among the accounts are clues vital to locating our quarry. We can help with that. All we gotta do is ask folks around here what they've seen, right? Ah, yes, that would be most helpful. Perhaps you could start near the Aetheryte, while Aurora asks those over by the bobbing cork. Hiccup. I was passing through the North Shroud when I saw a frightful creature with immense red wings. It was a little too far away to see clearly, but it seemed to be battling a group of smaller beasts, which it promptly slaughtered before flying away. Didn't even eat them? Thing just going around mindlessly killing everything for fun? While passing through, I heard that some fiend was on the rampage over in the East Shroud. I didn't think much of it at first, but when I saw all the people coming from that direction and the looks on their faces, I decided to stay put. Good thing I did too, or I might have died. I saw it, flying over the central shroud. With each flap of its massive wings came a powerful wind bearing the scent of blood. So noxious and suffocating, it was all I could do to not to vomit where I stood. Everyone's got a story to share, but nothing that seems to point to where Ixok might strike next. You do any better? North, East, and Central Shroud, huh? The folks I asked said it was in the south. I tell you, it must be trying to make the whole damn forest its territory. Hold on now, one of the guys I talked to was in the East Shroud. Your witness heard the beast was on the rampage, but mine said he never saw Ixok, even though they should have been there at the same time. That's worth looking into, don't you think? You might be onto something there. I'm not saying this is the answer, but you never know where a trail will take you till you follow it. We gotta go chat up that fella again. I'll take you to him. As I said before, I was traversing the East Shroud on an errand when I heard what sounded like the flapping of enormous wings. A moment later I saw a wounded animal charging through the brush. It was then I recalled the rumors of a monstrosity on the loose to realize I was in danger and ran. So the critter was hurt but still able to make an escape? But the only way it could have gotten away from Ixok was if the bastard chose to let it go. Meanwhile, our friend here was close enough to hear the wings flapping, yet lived to tell the tale. An adventurer traveling alone would have been easy picking, so why'd Ixok spare him? Carrying something that no other adventurer had? All I had on me were some bottled potions and ethers, but there was one other thing. I carried a potpourri filled with Garabanian wildgrass, an Alamegan custom, in case you're unaware. That's gonna be it. Goliath will want to hear about this. Oh right, I forgot to check the auto cutscene skip. Picto perfect, nice. That was bright. But they target me first. The tank was in front of me. I like your outfit. I remember this fight getting kind of chaotic. Like lots of rocks and explosions everywhere or something like that. Yeah, those guys start throwing rocks, that's what it was. Okay, nowhere near as chaotic as I was thinking. Uh-oh. Goodbye, everybody. Oh yeah, I should have just done this and then shortcut. That probably shouldn't go in right now. Never mind, I think they all died. Like your outfit too. I saw those names turn gray, and for a moment I thought the tank died again. That'd be crazy if I could somehow transfer my excess. I tried to say transfer and excess at the same time. Transfer my excess healing to the tank. Patrol. Okay. Yeah, I think I remember this one. Something to do with like the crystals on the wall or something. Yeah. Oh. Left before I could give a commendation. Hold up. Alliance is in need of DPS. That means bonus rewards. Almost level 90 on Viper. That'll be cool. That gives me this one, right? Yeah, Reawaken. Also, Serpent's Lineage. Allows for Serpent offerings gauge accumulation upon the landing of certain actions. Furthermore, adds an additional effect to Serpent's Ire that grants ready to reawaken. Hiccups. Could you wait here a moment? Keshwa has asked me to verify a theory of his. I shan't be long. It's exactly as you'd surmised. Most of those who've seen Ixok and lived to tell the tale are Alamigan adventurers. I knew it, it's gotta be that fragrance. A lot of animals have a powerful sense of smell, and Ixok's no exception, which makes it that much more sensitive to odors that it doesn't care for. I reckon the beast can't stand the wild grass in those potpourris. It's a potent fragrance, a lot like another kind of grass we got back in Chiral. Come to think of it, Ixok never went near anywhere that grass was growing. If one man's meat is another man's poison, perhaps the same can be said for aromas. Exactly, and now that we know what Ixok can't stomach, we can use this information to drive it where we want it. Then it would behoove me to share our discovery with the innocent stork. Given the information and contacts at her disposal, I dare say she'll help us find a way to utilize the fragrance to its maximum potential. I dare say you're right. In the meantime, we'll head on over to Garibania and pick us some wild grass. Yes, by all means, we must do everything in our power to avert further tragedy. Many of the adventurers gathered here are so terrified of encountering Ixok that they're considering abandoning the profession entirely. Several are yet fledglings. If they had to contend with a foe far beyond their reckoning, they'd die before gaining enough experience to even be considered adventurers. The thought of their bright futures being snatched away like that is almost more than I can bear. This is the very reason I joined the Twin Adders, to prevent such senseless deaths. Therefore, I humbly request your cooperation in slaying the dread Ixok. No need. I had every intention of putting the bastard in the dirt. To the matter at hand, then. A few moments ago, one of the adventurers mentioned that the wild grass we seek grows abundantly at Pike Falls. Once you've collected enough, let us rendezvous at Quarry Mill. I must warn you, though, that Garibania is home to some particularly vicious wildlife. Be on your guard. Ah, Crystal Tower again. I want to do the near rates again. That was fun. Stair sim. We were Alliance C, okay. Don't know if that matters in this fight. Hey, it died before I had to do a mechanic. Oh, right. Stop spinning, you bastard. I need my positionals. I was just trying to play chicken with the wipe, damn.
Viper away your tears. Level 90 Viper. Okay, nothing I need there. Oh, accommodation. Serpent Offerings Gauge. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be another addition onto this one, but nope. Got its own separate thing. The use of certain weapon skills and the execution of combos will serve to fill the Serpent Offerings Gauge. Once sufficient energy has been stored, you can activate Hiccups and Reawaken, which will open the Anguine tributes on the gauge. These tributes can be used to execute several special weapon skills unique to your reawakened state. Cool. Increases Serpent Offerings Gauge by 5. Grants ready to reawaken. Okay, let me put that there. That'll be better, I think. Yeah. And I'm gonna have to get used to that, but it'll be fine. Shouldn't take too much, hopefully. Let me see. Actions. Oh, maximum charge is 3. When did that happen? Oh, 6 levels ago. I was thinking it was 2 this whole time. Increases Serpent Offerings Gauge by 10. Okay. Both of those increases by 10. Those do not. Those don't do anything with it. Cool. GG's except for that one guy. Hmm? Wait. Oh, I need to have higher item level to queue for alliance raids now because I'm level 90. Okay. Well, let me see. I'm pretty sure I can do that real quick. Boom. Is there a Viper weapon I can get? For Poetics, for level 90. Let me go check. So these swords are what level? Level 80. Using them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, these are the level 80 Poetics Vipers weapons, so yeah, there's definitely going to be level 90 ones. Now that you're using the same gear as my ninja, level 660. Wonder what item level does my Dragoon currently have on the gear? 663. Okay. 655. All right. Hmm? Oh, I'm on ninja, not Viper. Yeah, I'd say that's probably an upgrade. Now, armor. Oh, right, yeah, I'm on the weapons. How does this set look? Hmm. Those are kind of nice. Let's put that away. Oh, I don't keep those. Didn't get a replacement for those yet. Now, take that out. That's replaced. Oh yeah, that's the level 80 stuff, which I don't need anymore. Yeah, because it's only Ninja and Viper. And my retainer, who is a ninja, already has a set waiting for her when she's high enough level for it. Let's see something here real quick. Is that where the inn is? In Residhan? No. Is there an inn in Residhan? Maybe not. I thought there was. That's fine. How many glamour prisms do I have? Oh, there's a thing that I missed trying to sell earlier. One day it'll get organized, potentially, maybe, kind of. Probably not. How did this look again? They're cool, but I don't think it's something I would really bother with glamoring. Oh, same item was already stored in your glamour dresser. Okay. Oh, need more glamour prisms. Now, how much do they cost? Not bad at all, hell yeah. Now these swords, these might be made into a glamour, because I like these. I didn't even notice the like crescent moon handguard on them before. That's cool. Eh. I'll just render them. It's fine. I forgot to do the glamour plate while I was... right after doing all that. Okay, edit glamour plates. This one... there. I don't have the glamour for this one right yet. Nope. Cool. Huh, I don't have any of these apparently. Here, you can buy this. Oh, that was quick. Now hopefully it's a level 90 trial. That'd be cool, so I can try my new abilities. A Relic Reborn, the Hydra. This is not level 90.
Damn it. If it caught me again with the tail, I was gonna be upset. And remember to pet your local Lala? No, Lalas are evil.
Now, system... is it character configuration? System configuration... That didn't change anything. Oh, must log in again for changes to take effect. Okay. Classic FF theme. Don't think it would be under HUD, but maybe. Huh. One sec. Oh, it's under control settings. That seems weird. There we go. Oh wait, normal rates needs DPS. That ought to do it. As much as I'd love to stick around and study the wildlife, we'd better get back to Quarry Mill. We've done well to gather so much wild grass. As promised, I've called upon an innocent stork to advise us on our next steps. I've placed an order with an alchemist acquaintance for custom-made diffuser pouches, which we may employ to spread the aroma over a wide area while prolonging its potency. We will issue these pouches to twin adder units tasked with driving the beast into an isolated location of our choosing. Away from civilians and an ideal spot for the final showdown. That's good thinking. Indeed, once the pouches have been produced, the beast is as good as ours. If I may, there is a further request I wish to make. Rather than slaying Ixok outright, would you instead be able to capture it alive? The better to understand its behavior. Such knowledge will prove invaluable should predators of a similar nature trouble us in the future. I don't trust you at all. That's a risk we can't afford to take, ma'am. Those hunters of yours tried baiting it with a carcass laced with sedatives, but Ixok saw right through their plan. It's demonstrated a degree of cunning to rival any man's. Even if we did capture it, it's only a matter of time before it escapes and kills again. There's only one way you can deal with a monstrosity like that. You slay it first chance you get. No half measures, no hesitation. Then you are left with no other choice. Pray forgive me for making such an ill-considered suggestion. I shall abandon all thoughts of capturing the beast and instead turn my attention to the procurement of the diffuser pouches. You'll hear from me soon. I don't trust you. Especially not after making that face. Especially not with a name like Innocent Stork. I knew a person named Innocence before. He wasn't innocent. She ought to know by now what we're up against. Why even ask? Innocent Stork can't be trusted. I ain't the type to guess at folks' motivations. Wish she'd do us all a favor and put her cards on the table. The rich and powerful are rarely so obliging. Got that right, but since us salt of the earth are speaking our minds, there's a fear in you, but of what I can't tell. Go for your thoughts? Never know, I might be able to help. Well, after talking with those adventurers, I can't help but feel a little scared of Ixok, that's all. Anyway, I should return to Gridania to, make my report.
Folks always saying one thing but meaning another. Just when I was starting to believe I'd gotten the hang of polite conversation. Ain't no forcing the issue, I know. If Goliath has something to say, he'll say it when he's good and ready. So now we gotta wait on those pouches, and who knows how long that'll be. I'll keep an eye on things here, so I recommend you get ready to face XIV. Goliath sent word that the diffuser pouches are ready. That was fast. He's heading on over now. Once he arrives, we can finally put this plan into action. The pouches have been distributed among the twin adders, along with instructions on correct handling. You see, according to the alchemist who made them, the aroma of the wild grass dulls the senses. For the average person, this would do little more than soothe the nerves. But to a creature with a heightened sense of smell, the effect would be far more pronounced. As for where we will entrap XIV, Innocent Stork has proposed a location in the Gervanian hinterlands that she believes is ideal. The surrounding area is largely uninhabited, which means no witnesses, and Idleshire, the only settlement nearby, is relatively simple to defend. We've already consulted with the Ishgardians, and they gave us their blessing to proceed. That's all well and good, but by the look on your face, you're not. I ain't gonna press, but I will suggest that once we get to Gervania, you best hang back and leave the fighting to us. You know full well I'm keeping things from you, yet you still show concern for my well-being. Why? Just my way, I suppose, or the way I was trained as a Viper. It's our job to keep folks safe from creatures that go against the natural order. Doesn't matter who you are or whose side you're on, politics, feuds, all that drama, ain't none of that our concern. I'll admit I've got my doubts about you, but you're still someone I need to protect from XIV. Simple as that. There's something you need to know. Out in Western Kurthis is... Well, as I thought, you've yet to depart from Quarry Mill. What's keeping you? Lieutenant Callias, whatever is the matter? You look like someone just walked over your grave. I'm glad to find the two of you in better spirits, though. Seeing as our friend is somewhat under the weather, perhaps it's best that he stays behind with me in Idleshire. No objections here, but Goliath and I were having a heart-to-heart if you don't mind. I do. We have a schedule to keep, and I must insist our dear Vipers get underway. While you are en route to the Gervanian hinterlands, I would be happy to lend an ear to Goliath and his troubles. You didn't worry yourselves, it's of no import. I wish you both good hunting. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up. Walk away. Right, got some Alexander.
Whoops. Oh. Thankfully, the off tank was quick to grab aggro. Oh. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Machinery bay, nice. Well, damn. I saw that cyclone back there. I think it was a little too late. Sticking the peas in the freezer. Ah. There we go. Okay, let's get through this cutscene again. Try to skip through quickly to where we were before. I was probably just like a few seconds away from the cutscene ending, I don't know. Talk about shit timing. Okay, no, I don't think I would have actually had enough time to get through the rest of this scene before the timer ran out. For better or for worse, we'll find out what he was holding back soon enough. Anyway, we got a Tyrell Vidral to slay. It would have been fairly close, but yeah. Actually, to actually try out these new abilities, I'm probably gonna have to go to like the training dummy. I'll get to try them on normal mobs too, of course, but it's not going to be... They're not going to likely live long enough to really try things out, you know? Good outfit. Oh. Okay, didn't screw up. For a moment I thought I might have. Okay, I think it's just the main scenario that's left. That's for the sage, right? Yeah. But before I do that, I am gonna be right back. I really gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay, I'm back. No sign of Ixoc, which gives us time to pick a good spot for an ambush. Let me know what you find. While this location offers a commanding view of the area, it does not offer enough space to fight to your full potential. Although the view is obstructed by the wall, you should be able to remain concealed easily. The cramped conditions offer only a limited field of vision, and combat would doubtless prove difficult. You've surveyed a number of locations, each varying in suitability. Kashqua will be eager to hear your report. I mean, I'd say two of them were basically equal suitability. Well, no. That one was the worst, because apparently it has the worst field division and is cramped. Then the other one, good field division, but also cramped. And then this one, there's a wall. And it's probably going to be the best spot. I found something you ain't going to believe. Smell that? It's got to be one of Innocent Stork's diffuser pouches.
Somebody must have hidden it nearby. With a bag of wild grass stinking up the place, there's no way Ixok was ever going to show. Goliath and Instant Stork sent us on a wild alpaca chase, so where's our Tural Vidral if it ain't here? Kurthus Western Highlands. So that's what Goliath was trying to tell us, at least until he was cut off. With any luck, that clue will lead us to Innocent Stork. She's probably still plotting to capture Ixok alive, the stubborn fool. No sign of our tricksters or Ixok. That. We best keep searching. I was thinking about trying it again, but no. Ixmajun. Jamajun? Jamajun? Ixok Shimajun? Ixok Shimajun. That might be the closest I've gotten so far, I have no idea. There they are. Actually captured it. Huh. At least for the moment. Well, if it isn't the esteemed Vipers, who with all their supposed skill and intellect asserted that capturing the great Ixok was nigh impossible. Or perhaps you were simply afraid. As you can see, I proved equal to the task. All it took was a little ingenuity. I understand Ixok's cunning and cruelty better than anyone. There's no way you got it in that cage without... Wait, where's your bodyguard? You yourself observed... Let me try that again. You yourself observed how attempting to lure Ixok with obvious bait ended in failure. But a beast is still a beast, a predator that is compelled to hunt. Casualties are inevitable, and a prudent strategy must account for them. An exceptional one, however, would leverage this element to its advantage, as mine did. You ordered him to put sedatives in his pocket and face Ixok alone. It was over before it began. His screams still ring in my ears. So you fed Ixok the sedatives, and your bodyguard along with them? You're telling me he willingly offered himself up? Enthusiastically even. All to ensure his plague-stricken family received treatment, the duration of which would be determined by his performance. He all but leapt into the beast's maw. As I'm sure Goliath would agree, there's no limit to what we can accomplish when given the appropriate incentive. I just bit my tongue. Why go to such despicable lengths to capture Ixok? Oh, please. Everyone's getting what they wanted, so let's not quibble over the details. As a gesture of goodwill, I'll even answer your question, rudely asked though it was. Everyone has their own unique proclivities, and I am no exception. I have awoken to the thrill of bringing rare and ferocious beasts under my power. But that only whets my appetite for the true pleasure, when I unleash my pets upon worthy opponents to enact scenes of glorious carnage. I've met my share of monsters, but none of them compare to you. A monster and a fool. That there's a Chiral Vidral. The moment you open that cage, it's gonna rip you to shreds. Indeed it would if it were so inclined. But if Ixok is as intelligent and bloodthirsty as you say, it will soon learn that I can provide a constant supply of worthy prey. In return, it will accept me as its master. It's awake? It's pretending to be asleep. I grow tired of this place. One of my lesser pets should be more than adequate to dispose of you. After all, I am loath to release Ixok while it remains subdued. Though I may not be watching, do try to put on a good show regardless. That thing this thing reminds me of one of the mini bosses in, I think it was a mini boss. One of the mini bosses or one of the bosses in Super Metroid. He was in the lava area. I remember it because he like it also had like multiple eyes on the side of its head, right? I think it was three eyes instead of two. Might have been more than that actually. And I remember you kill it by dropping it into the acid pit, and it like melts and everything. It was pretty crazy. It's a great game. You good? Thanks, I owe you. God damn it, I can't believe anyone would be stupid enough to try taming a Chiral Vidral, never mind Ixok and itself. But what really sticks in my craw is that Goliath has been dancing to Innocent Stork's tune. And there I was thinking he needed our help. He seemed afraid of her like before. Probably has his family hostage in some way or another, kind of like the bodyguard's family. You're right, there's more to this than meets the eye. Anyway, no point freezing our asses off here. Let's get back to Quarry Mill to think things over. One thing I know for certain is that Ixok ain't gonna play the obedient pet for long. Innocent Stork's gonna find that out the hard way. But I reckon that'll be after she gets the urge to indulge her twisted appetites. I'll do what I can to suss out where she got to before then. Then there's Goliath. The twin adders need to know what he's been up to and that he's still alive, for now at least. You best get back to your training for now. Caged or not, Ixok's out there, and our job ain't done till it's dead. Vengeance of the Viper. Keshqua is as tense as a coiled viper. Since the last time we spoke, 3 seconds ago, the twin adders have been looking for Goliath, but they ain't found hide nor hair of him, which makes sense because it's been about 5 seconds. Meanwhile, there have been plenty of Ixok sightings. Seems Innocent Stork's eager to put her new pet to work. I expect that's why Goliath's commanding officer asked for our help. Let's head to the adder's nest and hear what he has to say. Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was like feigning being asleep. Feigning being sedated. So that it could just immediately eat her when she opens the cage or something at some point. That's what it seemed like anyways, with the way it was like glaring at her, and then when she turned to look at it, it was like back to sleep. Reminded me of, what was it? Was it the Indoraptor from Jurassic Park? When it also pretended to be sedated. It's good to finally meet you both. Goliath spoke highly of you and your contributions to our hunt for Ixok. Speaking of which, you got information for us, right? We've received multiple eyewitness reports of a creature surpassing even the most elite marks. It dispatches its victims swiftly before flying away. At Innocent Stork's direction, I'll wager. She's setting Ixok loose to kill for her own amusement. Those slain were mostly roaming adventurers, but the circumstances of each attack suggest an escalation. The beast is striking in broad daylight, and closer to more populated settlements. The risk of a massacre grows greater by the day. There's another matter I wish to discuss, which may shed some light on the situation. We've received a letter from Goliath. Though details are sparse, he wishes to resign from the Twin Adders. The letter also includes a message for the two of you. Do you recall our discussion in southern Thanalan? Though my aspirations were beyond me, I pray that you succeed in fulfilling your own. I remember, Goliath. You wanted to prevent those with bright futures from dying before their time. That's why you joined the Twin Adders. Wait, we had that talk in the Shroud, not Thanalan. And he mentions our aspirations, which is to protect people from rampaging beasts, don't you see? He's telling us that Ixok... Shmajun's... Shmajun. Yeah. Ixok's gonna appear in southern Thanalan. A hidden message, albeit not a particularly well-hidden one. If Innocent Stork read this, she would have surely divined his intent. I can only surmise that she knew and allowed the letter to be sent regardless. What better way to lure you into a confrontation with Ixok than by taking advantage of Goliath's sincere plea for help? Trap or not, a confrontation suits me fine. If it's a show she wants, then we're happy to oblige. As for the wearer, she doubtless wishes to avoid attracting the attention of the Immortal Flames and the Amalja. The Sigoli Desert, like as not. I'll send word to Ulda, but in the meantime, I wish you every success.
Another carcass. This was Ixok Jamajun's work. Didn't expect the trail to be this easy to pick up, but perhaps I should have. All that's left now is to walk straight into the trap. No viper worth their salt ever shied away from danger, am I right? It's actually gonna boost up my item level. Oh yeah, I don't have accessories, so yeah, that's probably holding my item level back a lot. Or wait, no, I do have accessories. The level 90 accessories. At least I think I do. Doesn't matter. Such grace, such power. Magnificence itself given form, worthy of awe. Alas, these mediocre distractions are a poor canvas for your art. It's over, innocent stork. On the contrary, the main attraction is just beginning. Goliath, what have you done to him? After his childish trick with the coded letter, I decided to let Ixok punish him. An appetizer, if you will. All the money and the privilege in the world, and this is how you choose to use it. Killing for the sake of killing. You're no better than a Tiral Badral, a monster that deserves to die. A flattering comparison, though you seem to be forgetting the literal monster that stands before you. Ixok, I've brought you fresh prey. Is it gonna kill her first? No? Oh, I haven't forgotten about you. A coward through and through, I knew, but one I thought had some pride. Guess I was wrong. It's time. Ixok is ours. Oh, he has no, what's that smell? Sorry. He has no directionals.
Oh? Is this all you're capable of? Are you not satisfied with the prey I've provided? You'll have all that you want and more, but only if you obey. Kill them. Kill them now. I demand it. This ain't the Ixoc I know, and I reckon innocent Stork is the reason why. I can smell the wild grass on her. A less potent mixture than the one we doled out before, just enough to keep Ixoc at arm's length. But even that's too much for the Vidral's senses. That's why it's addled and can't think straight. Even so, she's made a fool's bet. Ixoc's only tolerated innocent Stork in her shenanigans to sate its own bloodlust. Two apex predators can't make nice forever. I'm not done with you yet. Goliath, you stubborn worm. What? Well, that's kind of anticlimactic. Maybe now it can concentrate on the fight. Alright, Aurora. Give it everything you've got. That was cool. Oh, there we go. Oh, can the gauge go up to like 100? Because it looked like it was only at about half full. O restless beast, may you find peace in death. As the serpent sheds its skin, relinquish this husk, that you may rise again to greet a new dawn. Innocent Stork genuinely believes that she could bend such a creature to her will. That arrogance cost her her life. She never understood what she was dealing with or afforded it proper respect. She took her superiority for granted. But the power she wielded to flaunt the laws of men was powerless against the natural order. Goliath, Aurora, thank you for everything. Dang it, now I can't eat it. It was a damn sight harder than I reckoned it'd be, but I finally avenged my brother in arms and fulfilled my duty. I can once again hold my head high. Ixok might be dead, but we've still got a loose end or two to tie up. You haven't told us yet why you'd led us on a merry chase for innocent Stork. May as well come clean now. Well, when I was a young child, my merchant parents were slain by a wild creature on their travels. I meant what I said at Falgord when I told you I swore to save others from a similar fate. That's why I joined the Twin Adders. A commendable motivation. And then I met Innocent Stork, who explained with great enthusiasm that she shared my desire to protect others by bringing these beasts to heal. I thought I had found a kindred spirit, but I later realized she'd fed me nothing but lies. She used me to obtain information collected by the Twin Adders, all for the sake of identifying potential additions to her menagerie. I'd disclosed all manner of sensitive intelligence to her, believing it was in furtherance of her efforts to save lives. By the time I learned of her true intentions, it was too late. I confronted her, told her that I was going to inform my superiors. She smiled and laughed and said that she would unleash her fiends upon Gridania if I spoke a word, and some of her finest reserved specifically for my family. I'm guessing it was Innocent Stork's idea to have you join the investigation into Ixok. It was. There's no excuse for what I did. Allowing myself to become her pawn has led to so much needless suffering. Nothing I can say or do will ever be enough to earn your forgiveness. Whatever punishment awaits me, I shall accept it gladly. Well, Aurora, what do you think? Better hand him over to the Twin Adders. I was thinking the same thing. It's up to them to decide his punishment, not us. Quite right. I will request that my superior meets us at Quarry Mill, where I shall give a full account. It's settled then. Meet us there when you're ready. My tongue really hurts after biting it. I guess that's usually what happens after you bite it. Yeah, I think I can actually get this gauge up to 100 potentially. Okay, so these are all the same potency. Hunter's Coil and Hunter's Den changed to 3rd. Okay. So I had them all in the right order. Convenient. As a soldier of the Twin Adders, your actions are inexcusable. Once I have made my report, expulsion will be the least of your worries. There will likely be a trial. Where I come from, we don't take kindly to liars neither. Our word is our bond, and the violation of that trust demands punishment. But I will say this. The lies he told were to protect the people of Gridania. Not only that, the actions he took contributed directly to the defeat and death of XIV. I won't say the end justifies the means, but it's not nothing. Duly noted, though I trust you understand that this consideration may not change the outcome. Yes, sir, it's my place to tell you folks how to handle your business. I'm just a simple man who crossed the salt to kill a Vidral. But if Goliath isn't stuck in a cell for the foreseeable future, I got something he can help me with. You see, now that my business here is concluded, it's high time I made my way home. Trouble is, passage back is more than I can presently afford. I'm gonna need to put in some work, and I reckon Goliath could help me find clients in need of a Viper's skills. For a simple man who knows better than to tell us how to handle our business, you've struck upon an intriguing solution. Well, I have spent a fair bit of time in the company of a silver-tongued someone. Goliath, your conduct cannot easily be forgiven. Even so, it must be acknowledged that you played a vital role in the slaying of XIV. Swear to never again stray from the path of righteousness, and no charges will be brought against you. Moreover, I will accept your voluntary resignation as you did previously request. With this arrangement, you may yet pursue your dream of defending the innocent from nature's most deadly threats, in your capacity as Keshwa's assistant. What say you? I shall do as you ask, you have my word. Though I will bear the shame of my misdeeds as long as I live, I shall endeavor to redeem myself through service to the people. You can start by finding me some beasties to slay. Well, seems like I'll be sticking around Eorzea for a while longer. In the meantime, you're sure to find clients of your own. I reckon this continent's more than big enough for the both of us. Wherever there are folks in need of a Viper, that's where we'll be. Victorious Viper. Alright, that's the end of the Viper job quest chain, at least I assume it is. Cool. Now, I'll go over here, want to queue up for MSQ. And I want to see if I was right about this. Okay, it went up to 60. $80. I'm gonna just keep going for another, like, 25 seconds, get this. This is a 2-minute cooldown, right? Yeah, 2-minute cooldown. So then, I'd want to do... then do again. At the 2-minute mark. Well, I mean, already past the 2-minute mark because use the thing, but yeah. Just basically blow through all of this while all the raid buffs are up every 2 minutes. Seems simple enough. course, don't want to overcap on that energy either. So that'd be a huge waste. So probably... yeah. So probably realistically looking at 2 uses of Reawaken during the raid buff window. Unless there's some stuff... unless these higher level skills are going to help me get that energy up faster. I don't know. Reawaken changes to Ouroboros. Serpent's Tail changes to First Legacy. Which one is Serpent's Tail? There's Serpent's Ire. Oh, Serpent's Tail. Oh, okay, these are abilities, so it's gonna be like... yeah. So... while doing these with the Reawaken active, I'll also be doing these on the GC or the OGCDs. Can only be executed after successfully landing first generation, second generation, Serpent's Tail, Serpent's Tail, Serpent's Tail. Okay, so Twin Fang and Twin Blood are not getting used there. This is also weapon skill, okay. Weapon skill does not share a recast timer with any other actions. Hmm. $680. Same potency as all of these. So I wonder where this fits in during the raid buff windows. Hmm. Reawaken changes to Ouroboros when requirements for execution are met. Requires at least 1 stack of Angwin Tribute. Oh, okay. So it requires you to have a stack of Angwin Tribute, but it doesn't consume it. If I'm understanding correctly. Alright. Which one is it? it's Praetorium. Well. We're gonna be here a while. The ultimate weapon will almost certainly be housed in the depths of the complex. Okay, that armor looks cool. I was about to try to skip, but I was like, oh wait, no, you can't. That's not an option. Nah, not at least until like Stormblood, I think. Stormblood, Shadowbringers, somewhere in there. We're not gonna be chill until then. Oh yeah, that's right. At level 50, you don't even have your dance partner skill. It feels like something Dancer should just always have. I remember there being like a specific spot you could stand in with those arms where they wouldn't be able to knock you back. I don't know if that's still a thing. And here's where we fight, what's his name? I can't remember. Nero, yeah. Someone there? Nah, it's fine. Just some, like, weird cosplayer. Nero's got a skill issue. Love how he just has a mechanism in the ceiling to drop his freaking hammer. Like, no, it couldn't just be on, like, a weapon rack or anything. It had to be stuck in some kind of mechanism in the ceiling so it could be dramatically dropped on command. You know, I respect that. And straight to the next fight. No, they beat me to it. This is where it's voiced now, right? Yep. Wonder why they didn't bother voicing the rest of it.
And you should find yourself in the chamber of the ultimate weapon. Keep your eyes peeled. Gaius could be waiting for you down there. Oh, and don't even think about dying. You're too bloody useful. The interference is getting worse. I don't think the connection will last much.
Tell me, for whom do you fight? Do you believe in Eorzea? Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit, and its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing. In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond.
Oh my god, I just realized
Strange.
Gaius would totally be a poster on r/atheism.
Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors.
He's such a
If you
freaking
truly
redditor, holy
believe
shit.
them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well
Oh
in
my god.
Cotonou and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, every one. Except but this, and you will see how Eorzea's faith is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Soir, to grovel at their feet? The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world. To this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the impotent ruler, that of false worship, a path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation. Come, champion of Eorzea.
You know, I think Gaius is still the only person I have ever heard use the word mendacity.
Readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, for none among you has the power to stop me.
Wonder how many times this check right here has actually been failed.
The Eorzeal is mine by right.
Oh, didn't even have to hit him again. I thought I was gonna have to actually hit him at least one more time. Let's see. Hey, 2 commendations. Alright, that's all the duty roulette's done for the day. Now, teleport to... Yeah, Thavner. Either one of these, I guess. Gonna go do these dailies real quick. And then we can get back to the main story. Could also pick up the bounties for Dawn Trail. Whoops. I think I'll do this one first. Obtain clumps of sticky moss at the font of Maya. Oh. Oh, here we go. Okay, the last one is down below. Should I go ahead and also do the bounties? The Tyrol bounties? Hmm. I'd fly all the way over here just to pick that up and walk over there. But hey. Easy 1.1 million XP, so, you know, can't complain too much. $830 poetics. That should get me one or two. Actually, I think that should get me 2 more pieces of gear. So I need the new gloves. Oh yeah, also need the headpiece. And that'll get me both of them. As for accessories... yeah, I could use all of those. Probably won't... well, actually, yeah, I will actually need them still. What's this look like? It's just an eye patch? Fancy eye patch. That's cool. Now then, let's go to Liolol. Head to the inn real quick. So that I can add those to the glamour dresser. Damn it. There, gotcha. Sorry, there's a bug flying around. Now I can complete this one. Can this be dyed? Can be dyed. Huh. Okay, there's no, like, dye all button. What about ink blue? Oh. Well, today I learned. If you log out from anywhere inside of the in room, it'll have your character just getting out of bed when you log back in. I thought you had to log out through the bed for that to happen. Okay, well, anyways. Glamour plates. This, apply. There we go. Alright. Where was it? Oh, yeah. Olagao, Master of the Dawn Hunt, wants to introduce you to a certain someone. Why we hunt. Ah, Aurora, the Wing of Protection has been keeping a beady eye on you. Say you've been making yourself useful, that your adventures have taken you to nigh on every corner of Tiral. Including Yoctel, I hear. The land of my people. I know how dangerous those words can be, not only from the tales of my ancestors, but from the bills on the board, too. Think you're ready to take on a bigger challenge? That's the spirit. Alright then. Let me tell you what these intermediate marks are all about. Beginner level marks can be taken down by any hunter or mercenary, but these ones call for a mite more preparation. I'm not just talking physically, but mentally too. If you're going to risk your life going after these beasts, it's important to know what you're risking it for. Which is why I tell everyone who thinks they're ready to move on from beginner builds to talk to Tiat Cat at first. Tiat Cat. I keep wanting to say at first. Tiat Cat first. She's a master huntress and mentor to would-be vipers. You'll find her down in the Gornatruk Gleamslands. Look for the Jabral with the cobalt fur and ask her to tell you our history. You have business with me, Outlander? Bologao sent you, eh? More meat for the marks. Though you look to have a little more about you than most. Well, if you're dead set on devoting yourself to the Dawn Hunt, I should let you know a little bit more about it. Where to begin? You might say at the beginning, but it's hard to put a pin on exactly when that was. Even before Kona brought the system of marks and bills over from Eorzea, our people were hunters. Not just for food, but for safety, hunting down those ill-made monstrosities whose very existence was inimical to our own. It was for that very purpose that the Vipers came to be. The finest hunters in Chiral banded together to hone their skills and their blades, and devoted their lives to stalking and slaying the fiends. At first, we were no more than a fellowship of like-minded folk who'd take it upon themselves to deal with any danger they caught wind of. It was only after Gulul Jaja united Chiral under the Dawn Serpent's crown that our role as protectors of the realm was made official. Commissions started pouring in from Yasulani to Yaktel, but we didn't have the numbers to answer them all. That's when Kona proposed we bring in the system he'd seen in Eorzea, calling on adventurers and mercenaries to handle those threats we couldn't. If there's a point to this little history lesson, it's this. Many folks joined the hunt, seeking adventure or glory or fortune, but from the very beginning, whenever that was, it's been about one thing and one thing only: protecting those who can't protect themselves. Don't forget that. And one more request that I make of every Viper to train under me. Don't get yourself killed. We hunt to save lives, not to throw them away for no good reason. I reckon that's enough moralizing from me for one day. It's about time I headed back to Yaktel. Come and drop by if you're ever in the area. Peruse beginner Dawn Hunt build. Wait, what? Ah. Okay, so I could accept it at a lower level, I just can't turn it in. Fair enough. Back already, are you? Did Tiat Cat tell you everything you needed to know? Yeah. Good to hear. We don't hunt to kill, we hunt to live. Remember that and you'll be fine. Speaking of, I took the opportunity to update the ledger. You're approved to take on intermediate marks now. Good hunting and good luck. Hell yeah. Intermediate Dawn Hunt mark bills are now available. You're now able to undertake intermediate Dawn Hunt mark bills from the Dawn Hunt board in Tuliolal. Will be available from Bologao upon reaching level 99 and fulfilling certain conditions within the MSQ. I'll take that, and I'll take that. $483,000 XP. $465,000 XP. Okay, so very little difference actually. Although, what are the nuts? 4 sacks of nuts. The gill, same amount of gill. Okay. Alright. So the main benefit is just having more things that you can hunt.